Yes, I'm Soumitra here again from Packaged Drinking Water Business. Yesterday we spoke about a video. Yesterday, 2 days we talking about some innovations and how you can develop your business and whatnot. So today we are going to talk about the resources part, which I told you yesterday, that which are the resources and how the resource calculation will help you create a sustainable business. So this question I will take in response to a comment which was posted by some 2 3 days back on the channel. So I will go to the comment straight away. So here is the comment. It was on a video. You can see that. I'll just take the comment. Sorry, it was posted in response to this connecting dots video. And what the gentleman is saying, that if we go to any nearby plant, we can learn everything. Why should we pay you? Okay, so he says that if there is a plant nearby, we can go and see that why we should pay you some 5,000, whatever we are charging, 5,000 plus GST. So he is saying that. So I also answered the question, and as the answer says, that over these years actually we had been taking people to take the to the plant and all that, but seeing a plant once does not help the business much. Seeing only once, see, how the idea comes to mind. First, you spot some problem. If you are traveling somewhere, and if you don't get proper water, then you don't get good water. You may get dirty water. You get duplicate water bottles. You will see some scarcity. You might see some plastic problem. You might think of creating some business. So scarcity of water and all that. So this is how the entrepreneurs think, and this is how the entrepreneurs first trigger is the mind with the problem. So they are called as a gap. So what is a gap in the market? They spot. So what is the need in the market to be fulfilled? So need and greed. So there are two things. Even greed is also a need. You can say that. So what is the need in the market? That is spotted, and then the initial assessment, the high cycle, high intensity cycle starts, and there the danger is actually the entrepreneurship dream or the dream cycle, you can say. So initially it is lot of active. The brain is very active. Getting information. Now there are many tools available. Google is there, then ChatGPT has come, so we can source information like anything. So he starts collecting information, he starts opinions. So typical things are, he goes to YouTube, how a plant looks like. Then he checks the machinery, he will check the articles, many articles he will see. Even we also have many articles in this. So these articles he goes on checking, and then he forms certain opinion that this is a capacity. He goes to a nearby banks also, funding institutions, district industry center. Then he or she finds out how much is the investment like. Again, he might need to go to a plant where actual plant is there. He sees that this is okay, this is blowing machine, this filling machine, this technical knowledge. Okay. Now after coming from that, he finds how much fund he is going to. So he raises the fund. He starts the plant operations. Then he may take the plant or may not take the plant to ROI, that is return on investment. Then he will grow further, or he will sell. It is also possible. But we have maximum. If you see the failures here, so if you observe so we learn from successes, yes, but we also learn from failures. From some others' failures, if you learn, you are successful. So we learn from failures, but not from own failures. You learn from others' failure, then you will be successful. So to learn from failures, what we have learned is there are certain gaps. So these entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs are typically, what happens to them. These are, if you can see the screen right now. So what happens is, entrepreneurs, emotions are overriding the detailing. So they go too much by emotions. They don't go by detailing work. Then operational knowledge they are lacking. So many times they do not go and work for, say, if it is possible for you, work for a month or so in a working plant, and see and check what are the details. So hardly any people, like in our old Gurukul system, it was there. So the Shishya used to go to the Guru's ashram. So disciple, he has to go to the master's ashram, and he used to understand it. So lack of understanding about financials. Hardly any people know about financials. If you ask them what is the operating profit, what is the cycle, how much working, they will talk like a jargon. CC, I have got CC, मेरे को CC मिल गया है. So what is CC? If you ask them what is CC, what is working capital, they lack it. So they also don't know. Over motivation, just motivation is not going to help you. Okay, if you are continuously needing motivation, that means that your paper knowledge is not good. Your paper should inspire you to do this business. If paper is not allowing you, you should not do it, you should close the business. Okay, that's what Google and other people do. And lack of business acumen. See, yes, take impractical decision making or getting locked into the emotion, that is business acumen. So that is why businesses fail. So if you check why businesses fail, you will not do certain mistakes. So what is the typical scope? Business plan, arrange funding, operations, ROI, expansion, and this is a typical scenario. So this is the way you should go on a business. So these people do not do. And do you really feel that just seeing one plant, like this fellow has said, again I will take it. So if you go to a nearby plant, if you are confident that you can learn and you can do everything, please go and do that. Okay. Or I also checked in, because if you are following Robert Kiyosaki, if you know Robert Kiyosaki, who is Robert Kiyosaki? He is a writer of Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I was just seeing his quote was, this actually inspired me. Even in my case also, I have failed many times in my business because I over invested in in businesses without being educated about it. Nowadays I am very cautious about it. I am also telling my fellow entrepreneurs or whom we are mentoring that you first invest in education. So that is why we have created the training. The earlier, as I told you, the earlier training was only for 4 days, and each day 90 minutes we were covering. Why? Because I was thinking that a business owner, it is sufficient. He does not have time, so he should be sourced with lesser information. That's what I was feeling. But now I have developed that detailing is required in the initial stage. Okay, and we are always confronted with many first generation entrepreneurs. So first generation entrepreneurs like me, even I am also a first generation entrepreneur, we are committed to many mistakes. But as I told you, we should learn from mistakes, not from our mistakes, from others' mistakes, and we learn from our successes. So if you are really so invest in education. In reality, the only real asset you have is your mind, the most powerful tool we have dominion over. So that is what is the thing. That is why we say that business acumen we are building, that is a businessman mindset. Okay, so taking the practical decisions. So again, my answer to this gentleman's question is no, you cannot do that like that unless you are a seasoned businessman or you have already done this process. This process must have been done, then you can do that. And pay is, of course, we are spending our time and we are making some part of money. So that is the only thing which we are doing. So do come to the course, the training again, and resources. Yes, as I told you. So resource calculations and legalities like land, building, power and machinery. Okay. So we'll talk about what is allowed, what is not allowed. Legalities, we'll talk typically about alkaline water, they call it. Many people want to do alkaline water, fortified water. So does it come under BIS terrain or not? 2 days back only innovations we have done on video. So in that we have explained that, but we can discuss further that what to do in such a case, why natural mineral waters are so expensive, and what is the limitation in that model. So these things we are going to talk. So that is why we have created a long format training. The training portion is actually small, but the discussions on that might go a little longer. So which are the machinery and how should they be selected. So these all things are necessary. So these are all resources, and we'll also talk about operational resources like raw material, consumers and labor. Okay. So these are very important while calculating and making the financial projections. We have said somewhere, I think somewhere it is. Yes, it is here, balance sheet and P&L and all that, there it reflects and why it is important. So do come to the training. Again, I will just keep it very short and sweet, that just 5,900 rupees, 1st April to 13th April. So add to cart button, you can pay by any various ways, and yes, you can always join that. So I will stop the video here. Before that, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for not to miss a single video. So we create all sensible content only. Thank you so much.